How's it going, guys? And welcome back on the last episode of the day on One Piece, episode 168. Now, on the previous episode, we finally know what Enuru looks like. He summoned his priests, told them everything they need to know about the enemy, told them where the enemy is going to attack, told them what they are after, told them that they can now combine their powers and their strategies together to fight the enemy. Now it's going to be an all-out war. It's inevitable, and hopefully, Straw Hat Pirates and the Gorilla Clan will come off on top. Because if not, these three deities combining their strategies, their traps, their twisted minds together, it's going to be a shit show. So without further ado, let's continue on where we left off. So it's morning. I'm actually surprised that Luffy is telling Zoro the way to go. Oh, really? Wait till a huge animal or a beast comes out. What is that? You better catch up to your friends, Chopper. You're the smallest one. That wasn't an imagination. I saw that thing move. It's still moving. That got to be a huge animal. Or maybe it's. Ooh, that is a huge ass snake. Look at that. That's no longer a snake. That is an anaconda. That's no longer a snake. That bird is gonna kill him. 400 years ago. That's quite interesting. Omoshiroi. Shandian. There got to be an explanation to that. Yusuf is right because I'm sure Eniru is watching and heard everything Gunfall is saying to them. About the gold, if there is any anyway. Ooh. I believe gunfall meant that to diffuse the tension and not to intensify the tension. But it looks like at this point, Wiper just can't take any of Sky People's nuisance. Wiper. He's a little hothead, but somehow, some way, I can understand how he feels. But I feel like sometimes he overdoes things a lot. He's really determined to kill not just the priest, but Enru as well. And but in fact, Chopper is the smallest one out of them. He looks like the obvious target. Hmm. They should just they should just let it knock itself out. That's an acid. Man, if that poison had gotten any one of them, it would have been a bad news bearer. This is not a good thing. Hopefully, well, each and every one of them can easily take care of themselves, except Chopper. I'm not sure about Chopper. He can see everything that is happening. Sweet. Now, there you have it, guys. The last episode of the day on One Piece. And I believe this episode is episode 168. Now, I actually thought that there's going to be a battle on this episode. I was really, especially after watching episode 167, I definitely thought that the fire will start on this very episode because on the previous episode, Enru told his priests to combine their resources together to defeat the enemy, and they did just that. So they're currently waiting for the enemy to arrive. And I thought that it's going to be on this episode, but it didn't happen. Hopefully, on the next sets of episodes we're going to watch. So far, Eneru knows everything that is going on. He can see it all. He knows what they're doing, who is doing what, where they are, and which is the reason why each time he's struck with those incredible beam of his, it's always on target. Nami, or let me say, Konis was lucky to survive that beam because when that beam fired, he knows where it's going, he knows who it's after. So, um, and it looks like as he gets update, he also relays that update somehow, some way. He also relays the update to his priests, keeping them up to date on what is going on. Um, so Straw Hat Pirates has decided to go after the gold. They've divided their team into two. The other team are on the boat scouting, and the other team are on the land scouting as well. And they run into this huge giant anaconda snake that is trying to eat them up. And now they have separated. We don't know what else is going to happen. In the end, the gorilla team are making their way to go fight or to go continue where the fight left off on the previous episodes. Now, this is inevitable, and it looks like at this point, Wiper is really looking forward to this time get the job done, and he is so serious about it that he's willing to turn his people into some type of a machine, a cyborg that don't care if your own person is hurt on the battle. You shouldn't care about them. Just keep fighting on. I don't think how long that kind of mentality is going to last, but I think at this point he is sick and tired of it all. Why they have to try to bargain with people that doesn't belong on their land, people who are not from their land, coming to tell them what to do, coming to negotiate with them, especially after treating them the way they treated his clan in the first place. So they don't feel like working with anyone, working with the Kamis, working with the angels or whatnot. They want to be left alone because it's their land. Well, that's where that's part of where this altercation is coming from. But although it's their land, their land moved upstream and now in Sky Island. So I think, can there be a negotiation between the two? There should be somehow. To some degree, there should be because where their land used to be is no longer where it is. It's now on the Sky Island. It is now occupying Sky Island. So I can also understand why Gunfall, when he was in the seat of Kami, wanted to negotiate with them, and it looks like before that negotiation even took place, Sky Island people adored the Shandians, or is it? Yeah, Shandians so much that they did scary stuff as well, such as taking stuff from them, stealing their belongings, doing all these shady stuffs. And now after 400 years, Wiper has had it pretty much. He is sick and tired of it. This storyline kind of relates to a storyline, it kind of relates somehow corresponds with what is going on in America. The native people or the people of the earth being in slavery for 400 years and stuff like that. So I don't want to be go too deep into the political side of things, but there is kind of a similarities, this story and that story. So I'm going to digress it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on these reactions. On that note, stay safe, keep on keeping on.